Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives and you are at Multi-Tool Monday. Today I have this Valtev. It's one of those pocket knife with pliers and a few other stuff type of multi-tools. As far as I can tell, it's also the same as the Blizetec multi-tool, which is like a different color but appears to be identical otherwise. And what we have here is some competition. You may remember my review of this, the very nice budget AO2 multi-tool. A lot of people liked this. Spring-loaded pliers. It's got a folding knife too. Yeah, this was only $14. We've got competition because this Valtev is basically the same idea but executed a little differently. These two designs are also similar configuration to the Buck Extract. Okay, so we got a lot of competition in this little subcategory of multi-tools. This tool also comes with this nylon pouch, belt loop there. And they also sell a version of this that comes with like a bit driver kit. The bit driver adapter, right, fits over the Phillips. I did not get that one because it was more expensive and I already have the same bit kit from other multi-tools, but just so you know, it does exist. So those handle scales are aluminum. Alright, let's get to the tool set. The blade itself, a thumb stud on one side. It opens extremely smoothly. It's a liner lock, right, and it's ample size, the liner, to easily disengage. It's a combo edge, which I don't normally like a combo edge on my knives, but it's slightly more acceptable on a multi-tool because it's two different kinds of cutting in one, but I would still prefer just a plain edge. So how sharp was this? Let us see. This is going to surprise you, by the way. I know it surprised me. That was my bad. This thing that's a high level of sharpness. You know, usually a combo edge on a cheap multi-tool, usually you would expect it to be complete crap, but this is actually sharp. This is actually sharper than that AO2 blade. So that was definitely a surprise. Yeah, this is definitely came sharper than this, at least the plain edge portion. Now I even more wish that this was just a plain edge and the whole thing could be that sharp. But I would never have predicted that this would have been that sharp, but that's why we try things out. And the rest of the tool set, well, you got these pliers. This is the handle of the pliers, and you just deploy them like so. So it's got the wire cutter, the two gripping portions, and a little wire stripper portion. You know, these pliers can open wider, but when you try and open them up wide using the handle just moves, and so if you want to fit these around something, you'd have to force them open wider like so. You know, these pliers are just a heck of a lot more convenient to open and close, and the rest of the tool set. And these are all two-handed opening as well. Would be much better if they were one-handed opening. There's a Phillips screwdriver. There is a bottle opener with a flathead screwdriver. And there is a can opener, which it has what you think is a screwdriver, but if you look at the way they've cut that, you see that? This is actually a chisel, like the chisel you get on a Swiss tool. I wasn't expecting a chisel on this, but interesting. So, final conclusions on this multi-tool. Well, first of all, just because I review something doesn't mean I'm going to recommend it. And I think you can probably tell what I'm going to say just based on that warning. Is there anything inherently wrong with the tool? Not really. Could it be useful in some situations? Sure. You know, to be honest with you, there's no real reason to buy this for the around $20 that it was instead of this, which was only $14. Now the pliers on the Valtev are a lot larger than on this out2, but that's really where the positive comparison ends. In pretty much all other ways, this is actually superior in terms of price. Every tool on this locks and every tool on this is one-handed opening. With this, the only tool that's one-handed opening is the knife, and that knife has a combo edge, which I do not prefer to the plain edge on this, and none of the tools except the knife lock. So this around 20, I gotta say, definitely not worth it, especially compared to something like this, which was only 14 when I got it. I mean, unless the size of the pliers is just pretty much everything to you. This buck extract, which I got for 23, beats this out in a number of categories. You know, I don't want to make this a hugely long video, so I'll just direct you to the review of this if you want to find out all the reasons why this is a better buy for you. So yeah, that's my honest review. There's nothing horrible about this Valtev, but when you consider it relative to the competition, I really can't recommend it. Now, if you got it as a gift or maybe you didn't know your other options, then cool, I'm sure you can use it. I mean, I'm going to keep it. I'll use it as a spare. But yeah, I really don't recommend it relative to the other options. All right, and in the text box, I'm going to include links to those two that I recommend above this, and I'll also include the link to this if for some strange reason you prefer to buy this anyway. They're all on Amazon. Alright YouTube, well I hope you enjoyed seeing this comparative review with this whole category of folding knife plier multi-tools. Stay tuned for more Multi-Tool Mondays. This is We All Juggle Knives and Multi-Tools. I'm out. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives and you are at Multi-Tool Monday. Today I have this Valtev. It's one of those pocket knife with pliers and a few other stuff type of multi-tools. As far as I can tell, it's also the same as the Blizetec multi-tool, which is like a different color but appears to be identical otherwise. And what we have here is some competition. You may remember my review of this, the very, very nice budget out2 multi-tool. A lot of people liked this. Spring-loaded pliers. It's got a folding knife too. Yeah, this was only $14.